maybe 1 or 2 deaths added to that.
No, we're getting into game here, guys. Parrot and Rumble is the first map today on the Hephaestus Challenge. Glowwater Thralls versus Overwatch. Oracle, tell us about it.
Parrot Rumble, very tight map. You have some sniping lanes that you can go down, but you have a lot of cloud cover, and that can be used to surprise, ambush an enemy very easily.
Getting into loadouts here, Crown Tyrant is the first ship. It's a Pyramidion for the Glowwater Thrall, Scrimscraw's Pyramidion specifically. Gap Mortar on the front with Banshee and Flare on the side, and the Wizard. Graphic Sturdy's doing it. Hwacha on the front. It is a Spire with Mortar and Mine Launcher as well to assist it. Go ahead, Oracle, with the blue side of things.
I can't. I think my game's bugged out.
Oh, no. Well, I'll go ahead and
still loading.
Terminus Est is the first ship. We did have a little lag spike there.
There we go. I'm in. Okay, I can take this. Get out of my realm.
You better do it fast.
For Overwatch. Yeah, we got to do this quick. I don't think we have time. Terminus S, Pyramidion, Metamidion specifically. Boopacorn. What do they got? They got a Gatling Carronade. Oddly enough, straightforward.
This is already becoming an engagement, folks. Wizard putting a little pressure from that side. I don't believe Overwatch has a good angle thanks to the way these buildings are placed on the Wizard. They're going to have to go through the Crown Tyrant to get to this Glowwater Thralls team. And certainly that is the best way to go about things. The Spire, for those that don't know exactly the stats of the ship, it doesn't have much hull to work with at all, but it has a lot of front-facing guns, including that heavy gun. In this situation, it's a Hwacha, which fires a mass burst of rockets in a singular direction. It's extremely powerful, but it's also a risk. You shoot that shot off, and all of a sudden it goes a little wide, goes a little left, let's say. You have a very long reload time you have to deal with.
I really like the theory behind Graphic Sturdy's Wizard right here. So the idea, but the reason the Spire doesn't get played very much is it's very easy to figure out whether you're going to win against the Spire. Can you get shots on the Spire? Yes, you win. No, you lose. Like, that's just kind of how the Spire works. But they're running a Hwacha Spire. Hwacha really good for disable. And then they have a Gap Mortar on the side, which is huge. I mean, you disable the enemy ship. They can't fire back. Then you just low Gap Mortar in. Easy. Easy, easy, easy.
Terminus Est and Boopacorn both sitting back, trying to play it safe. I really respect this decision on their part. If they go in on the Crown Tyrant, the Wizard is just going to pick them to pieces. But if they go in the Wizard, Graphic Sturdy has shown he can squib. He can squib with that Spire something fierce. Terminus S taking a couple shots to the side, but it doesn't look like anything was damaged in the process. Most of those Hwacha shots flinging off to the left and right. Crown Tyrant going in, though, on Boopacorn. They're taking some pretty serious shots, but they're also diving down into the clouds to try and break spot, I do believe.
So, by the way, Terminus S, it does not have a Gap Mortar. It has a Gap Artemis, interestingly enough. Hwacha going into it, though. Doesn't matter if they can't use it. Armor broken. Crown Tyrant loads up the mortar very, very quickly. And now the Boopacorn going in on the Wizard. Armor's broken. Where's the mortar? No, that's right. Mortar. They have a Carronade, don't they?
No,
they have a Carronade. They cannot get this kill fast enough. They have the opportunity. Armor going back down once again. They need to get the ramp, but the Wizard backing up hard. Not burning anything right now. They actually don't have, and they don't have moonshine. They only have kerosene. Boopacorn very steadily breaking through that hull. They're going to get rammed one more time. They barely survive. I think that went into the Hwacha, but they're going to go back into the crane. They bump and they go down, but the Crown Tyrant going to finish off the Boopacorn nice and easy. 2 for 1 in favor of the Glowwater Thralls.
Terminus S moving in. That was quite engagement. As you can see there, folks, Graphic Sturdy really knows how to scramble with that Spire to keep it alive while the Crown Tyrant comes in and assists. Obviously, they weren't able to save the Spire that time, but it was very close. Crown Tyrant getting pressured pretty severely by the Terminus S. Shots going down. Armor broke on the Crown Tyrant. It is back up, though. Terminus S burning moonshine there for all of 3 to 4 seconds, trying to get a bump on the Crown Tyrant, doing a good job too. Breaks the armor again. Permahull is down to about half on that Pyramidion. Crown Tyrant raising up very quickly with the Wizard coming in behind with that Hwacha, taking out the Terminus S entire engine column.
Crown Tyrant in a little bit of trouble though. Boopacorn coming in from the side. It's changed targets though, and it's going for the Wizard. but its ally, the Terminus S, is down. I think that the Wizard was the wrong choice for once. Like, for once they needed to not target the Spire, and now they are going to backpedal hard, but they have a building in the way. They're going to have to turn. They're not turning. I think this is going to be it for the Boopicorn.
The Boopicorn is in a lot of trouble. They bounce against the building, losing all their momentum. Wizard and Crown Tyrant are closing in extremely quickly. There is nothing the Boopicorn can do. They're trying to move out, but it's just, oh my God. They use the Wizard to body block for themselves.
That's going to buy them a little bit of time, but I don't think it's going to really
not long for the world.
Difference. The Terminus S can't come in. There's no way the Terminus S can come in. No, he's not going to turn this into a meat grind and end it. 4-1 for the Glowwater Thralls.
Terminus S was trying to go in there. They were trying to save their ally, but they realize how bad of a choice that is, and they start reversing as fast as possible.
Oh, they had cloud cover and they gave it up. They managed to get by the crane, but they're cornering themselves.
They went through the crane on my screen.
Almost. It looked like they dodged it okay. Yeah, they're backing up to the Boopicorn, though. They have their ally. Now, here's the really scary thing. So when you end up, you finish an engagement, oh no, Glowwater Thralls beat us. Well, you have an opportunity. The Glowwater Thralls, if they know your position, then they're going to flank you, and they're going to pull some crazy maneuver. They might not as hard since they have the Wizard this time, but still.
Oh, no, I don't think that's going to stop them. I really don't think that's going to stop.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
There's one thing that if there's one thing that we've seen the Glowwater Thralls do incredibly well, it's they play mind games and flank incredibly well. They will use the Wizard as bait to draw one of those Parmidians into a very exposed position and then kill him, even as the Wizard is losing permahull. Crown Tyrant going right in. They want to kill, but Crown Tyrant...
Nice.
Oh, they go right above. Wizard is in some heat now. Both those Parmidians focusing right on it. This, I don't believe, was the planned maneuver. Crown Tyrant, though. Oh, my goodness. Wizard
the Watcher
goes
got
down.
disabled. This is why Overwatch took that Artemis. Well, that they wanted to disable, but it just turns out that they're going to run a Watcher. Crown Tyrant entirely, it doesn't care. It doesn't care that its ally is gone. It's going to run straight at the Terminus S and the Boopicorn, but the Terminus S diverts it and finishes off the hole with a ram.
This is
4-3.
This is a big turnaround. This is some of the best we've seen Overwatch play in quite a few weeks. Yeah, they're losing 4-3. But 4-3 is anyone's game in this kind of situation. Now, a big problem, and a couple folks are pointing it out in chat, is that when the Crown Tyrant did that charge and tried to get a complete ram on one of those Parmidians and swing them around so they came out of arc, they instead hit a little too high and were ejected way high up and far away from the Wizard. They bounced above on the roof of that Parmidian they hit, which completely threw them way off the engagement.
And now Glowwater Thralls, they put themselves in a compromising position. Wizard coming around. If they can bait Overwatch in, the Wizard will be able to do work, but I don't think the Overwatch is going to fall for it. Right now it's 4-3. They only have to give up one kill to lose this. Like, they do not want to take any risks. Crown Tyrant coming around low, using the hard cover. It is spotted though. They're not fooling anyone.
They know what Crown Tyrant's up to. Overwatch is aware of what's going on. They know they have a two-sided engagement here where they could be pinched if they get drawn into this very slender alleyway between the Wizard and the Crown Tyrant. I don't think they're not going to take the bait, though. I do not think they would take the bait in this situation.
Overwatch is not reacting to the movement of Glowwater Thralls correctly. Watcher goes out. Oh, that is exactly what it needed. Goes straight into the guns. The Artemis is down. That's what they needed the most. The Crown Tyrant now has the opportunity to come in. However, they are rebuilt very, very quickly. I'm not sure they capitalized on it fast enough. That Watcher is going to get targeted by the Artemis. And as the Crown Tyrant goes in, Wizard turns.
Bad shots. Bad Watcher shots. But Crown Tyrant moving right in on Terminus S. Ram happens. Mortar's going down. There it is.
And that's why you take out Mortar. Like, that's why you don't take Gat Artemis. Artemis is fine, but Gat Artemis, I understand the theory, but I feel like the Mortar would have proved much much stronger in this situation and send the Artemis onto the other ship. You know, Carronade Artemis, get a carrot going.
Absolutely. The carrot is a powerful build. It was Yggdrasil from Overwatch that developed it himself. He was one of the pilots in this game for Overwatch. Taking a step back, though, amazing job by Overwatch. They had what I would consider a pretty poor game against Mad Hatters last week. They came back and they had a very, very strong showing against Glowwater Thralls, one of the best teams in the entirety of this tournament.